10 reasons why you need the brand new YSL Eau de Parfum Intense in your collection. It's been a little bit over a year since I've done this video format, and looking back on them, a lot of you guys really seem to like them. You know, I think they're helpful in a way that you can get a really nice breakdown on just the pros of this style of scent. You know, there are cons to it as well. That's something we can talk about. It is something that it's going to be a little bit more generic. It's something that this DNA is going to be smelled more often than others. It's a little bit expensive depending on your budget, right? Everything is going to be, relative from person to person. But this video is going to be all about my favorite things about this scent, and maybe it will help you make a decision on whether or not you want to go ahead and grab a bottle for yourself. If you do want to get one, I will drop a link to it down below. $115, 100 ml at a discounted price. Retail, I think, is $142, $150, $160, somewhere up in there. These are getting more and more expensive as each year goes by. So, you know, as long as you have the option to not pay retail, that's the way that I would go. Let's get things kicked off with the first reason why you should purchase the new Eau de Parfum Intense, and that is, to me, it's the most refined and mature of the entire lineup. And that's true. Before this, it was YSL Parfum. Now, YSL Parfum to Eau de Parfum, the comparison there, the Le Parfum is more mature. It's a little bit more well put together, more refined. But it was never by a huge margin. And I think a lot of people also realized that, and they struggled with it from a standpoint of redundancy. Okay, and it makes sense, right? I buy all of the new releases because I have a channel and I do videos on them. Whether or not they're always worth owning to someone who isn't making videos on them, that's going to be up to the wearer and smeller of that scent to decide for themselves. More often than not, though, there are going to be some redundancy factors going on. This one, however, pretty much removes all of that to me. It is more mature by a significant margin. There's a much bigger gap between this and the Le Parfum and the Eau de Parfum. So if you do want what is currently right now the most sophisticated and mature version of the Y-DNA, this is actually going to be it, and I think that's great. Reason number 2 why you need this one in your collection is it is way less sweet and cloying compared to the Eau de Parfum and the Le Parfum, and that is due to the lack of apple. Instead, they use bergamot here. So yeah, take a look at the note breakdown for yourself. No apple in this one. Instead, you get bergamot off the top, and it is a big difference, and it's one of the key differences with this one. When you spray the Eau de Parfum, the Le Parfum, whatever, off the top, you get that sweet apple. It opens up very sweet, obviously. This one is brighter, it's fresher, and significantly less sweet, even more focused on aromatics and some vetiver and woods in here. And that is a difference that I think a lot of people will respect, because a lot of the feedback I've seen about Eau de Parfum and the Le Parfum is the sweetness, the apple. It is just too much sometimes. And I'm a big fan of those. And even for me, sometimes I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm not going to wear Eau de Parfum today or Le Parfum because I just am not in the mood for getting slapped in the face with all that sweet apple, you know, amber wood greatness. Sometimes it is just too much. This one fixes that issue. And at the end of the day, that's kind of what a flanker is all about. You now have options. You can choose which one you want for whatever situation. Reason number 3, it has great performance. For some, that may not be a selling point. For others, that is the number one thing that they look at. It's all up to the person who is purchasing the scent, right? It's one of the big arguments, oh, performance shouldn't matter so long as you like the scent, right? And that's a great argument to make, and in some instances, I do agree. Other times, when you're talking about a designer scent that costs as much as this one does, you want it to perform good, okay? And so I think in that instance there, and for the market that this one is appealing to, you want great performance. You want something that you could spray on in the morning before you leave to go to school or work, and you want to not have to worry about it lasting the entire day until you get home, right? You just want that thought to be in the back of your mind. You want to be able to focus on what you're doing, and that's what this one offers you, because it will last you through an entire day. 10, 12 plus hours, zero issue with this one, and that's great. You also can't say that about every other fresher style of scent on the market, so this one has great performance overall. Reason number 4, it's a big compliment getter. Same deal, guys. For some, that'll be the last thought that you're even considering. For others, it is one of the main selling points. How many compliments will it get me? Will it smell good to people around me? Okay, so again, it all just depends. Generally speaking, when you're in the market for a scent like this, that will be a selling point. If you are someone who is all about the art of fragrance, you're probably not even watching this video. Who are we kidding? So yes, guys, if you're watching this because you want to know if it's a compliment puller, it is. Same with the Eau de Parfum, same with the Le Parfum. You can purchase any fragrance from the Y line and it will get you great compliments. No exception with this one here, okay? It does a great job. It's got the performance to back it up. It's a little bit fresher, which means it will be less annoying in the high heat of the summer, which will actually benefit you, which may even result to a couple more compliments here and there because people won't be disgusted and annoying. Yes, it does have that going for it, and it will get you some very positive feedback. Reason number 5, this one has fantastic quality for the price. Now, yes, I understand. $115, it is nowhere near cheap, okay? A lot of fragrances out there these days are just getting more and more expensive, especially from these mega brands. You know, you take a look at your Mont Blanc and your other fragrance brands, Dolce & Gabbana, that kind of release things in the mid-price point. They're kind of staying the similar price, right? At retail, and at discounters, similar deal. But you take a look at Armani, Chanel, Dior, YSL, Gucci, their prices are getting more expensive, right? That being said, they are delivering some of the most premium fragrances on the market. On the designer side, I should very much be specific about, because I don't want the niche snobs coming after me. Yes, niche fragrances out there, they're going to rival this one and bury this one, right? But when it comes to designer brands, YSL is one of the top dogs that are putting out some of the best quality scents. This one is no exception. There is not a single thing about this one that smells cheap or rushed or anything of that nature. It is silky smooth from opening to dry down, and that is what you would expect for a $100+ scent. At retail, $150, right? Reason number 6 why you need this one. You can wear it to any situation. I think that's very important. If you're going to be spending a lot of money on something and ultimately you're going to be making an investment, you want to be able to use it. You know, you don't want it to sit there and collect dust and essentially feel like a waste of money. You want to be able to really enjoy it and share it with people. You know, you want other people to be able to smell it and think that it smells good. Sometimes with certain scents out there, they can be a little bit more situational specific and they can be harder to pull off. This is not one of those scents. You could wear this for anything, any time of year. It literally doesn't matter. For that, it's even more versatile than the Eau de Parfum and the Le Parfum. Because of the reduction of sweetness, you can wear it more often into the hot summer months and for more situations. And I think that this one pretty much offers the most versatility across the entire lineup. Reason number 7 why you need this one. It's more soapy from the vetiver, okay? So the Eau de Parfum, the Le Parfum, the Eau de Toilette, even Y Live, even Y Eau Fresh, all of them, they don't really have a soapiness about them because they are so sweet. Yes, they're aromatic, okay? Yes, they have the amberwood, ambroxan, blue fragrance smell. And you might think, oh, what is blue fragrance? Is it a shower gel smell? Maybe a little. So how does shower gel not smell soapy? Well, the shower gel in specific, that type of smell, like a Dylan Blue smell, typically a shower gel freshness is kind of a sweeter freshness. There isn't much of a soapiness about sweetness, okay? This one, being that it basically cuts out the apple entirely and brings up the bergamot, brings up the aromatics, brings up the vetiver and the other woods, and even a little bit of a geranium mintiness. it is soapy. So it's fresher, it's easier to wear, and that is a big selling point, not only for me, but for a lot of you guys as well, who is just over the sweet overload. Reason number 8 why you should benefit from having this one in your collection is it's a great introduction to the line. So say you've been wanting to get into YSL for a long time, but you don't know where to start. You've heard mixed reviews about all of the others. This would be a good one to start with because it's going to be a little bit less in your face because it doesn't have just the brash, super sweet bubblegumminess going on. You know, it's going to be a little bit more calm, a little bit more sophisticated. A great one to start with. Okay, and going on to reason number 9, it's the least redundant of the line. So the eau de parfum, the lait parfum, a little bit redundant because they don't differentiate all that much. Lait parfum is a little bit more mature, not a ton. You know, the eau de toilette, it's fresher, but still very much has a similar thing going on, okay? They're all going to be very similar. This one, in terms of in production ones, is going to be the most different while still maintaining this DNA to where it is a true flanker, you know? So it's going to give you the most bang for your buck in terms of actually getting something that wears differently on your skin. And last up, reason number 10, guys, it's blind buy safe, okay? Even more blind buy safe than the eau de parfum and the lait parfum because of that reduction of sweetness. I've known I said it a million times at this point, but guys, you know, that sweetness is really the number one thing that ruins people on this, is it's just too much. And I understand there's nothing wrong with that, okay? I love the eau de parfum. That'll never change. I love the lait parfum. That'll never change. But this is so much easier to get along with. Currently, it's probably the most blind buy safe in terms of what they're producing right now. Not talking Y Live or YO Fresh. This is it right here. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. 10 reasons why you need Y Eau de Parfum Intense in your collection. I will drop a link to it down below if you want to pick it up for yourself, but that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.